Hey, what are you up to? Of course you can join me. Yeah, just sit yourself down. Make yourself comfortable. Me? Oh, I'm just getting myself ready. And sorting a few bits and pieces out. It is, isn't it? It's going to be a glorious day today with the weather. Completely blue skies we've woken up to. I thought you were going to have a bit of a lie-in today. Okay. Well, I'm glad you're here. You don't mind if I just carry on? Okay, it's been a busy couple of weeks, going here and there. But I have had a few nice things going on. I did. I managed to go to Ascot with a few friends. Which is always a nice day, and we were quite lucky with the weather. Well, very lucky in fact, because there have been times when we've been at Royal Ascot and it's just poured with rain. But it was a sunny day and we managed to get there before Queen Camilla came around in her procession. The King wasn't there on that day. I believe he went on the Tuesday and then the Thursday and so on. But it's always wonderful to see the procession with the white horses and the reds and the golds, and they all look so lovely dressed up. I do love these pads, detox pads, just to take away an extra bit of debris from the face, gently wiping over. I have already washed my face today with I think it's an Elemis Glow I'm on at the moment. I can't believe how still it is out here. Normally there's a few birds fluttering around onto the fence in the bird bath and around. More pigeons than we used to have. But it's really very still, maybe because it's going to be a warm one, I think, so they're taking shelter already. Oh dear. I don't even know really how to pronounce that. Nassif MD? Something like that anyway. And I think also going to use this, and I managed to get away for a couple of days as well, which was nice, and albeit sad because, as you know, I lost my father at the beginning of the year, so very much mixed emotions of memories and feeling sad, but being there where needed for the family. Creating new memories, which is always nice, but I always think it's such a shame when you're flying back from somewhere and the flights that get delayed. It's one thing when they're delayed at the airport because you've got facilities there, or toilets or restaurants or bars, but when they actually put you onto the plane and then have you sitting there for a couple of hours, I know, kind of mars the break, and I often only go away for a couple of days, so Oh, it's lovely and refreshing. I might actually, because it's a few days ahead, pop this. It's the LMS Superfood Fruit Vinegar Liquid Glow in the fridge. So when I wipe it over my face, that'll be nice and refreshing. I can leave it out for you if you like. Good. Are you comfortable? Warm enough? Too warm? I think I'm going to get a fan to have here if we're going to have a few nice warm days, just to keep us cool. So how have you been? Well, I'm always here. Yeah. It is comfy, isn't it? I like that corner too. There. There. And let's pop on a little bit of some oil. This one's actually quite a thick oil, but my skin, I think being away for a few days, it's going to look a bit dry in places. So let's just take a little bit of this. And then I've got a couple of things I wanted to have a look at that I can share with you if you like. See, the Nux one, is it Nux N-U-X-E? Quite nice though. A bit difficult to pull up on the squeeze thing. Oh yeah, we've got the Olympics starting, is it next week? Which is always quite interesting. Following some other disciplines. Oh, that does make me feel terribly guilty that I'm not doing more exercise, but I am trying to introduce a bit in my day, every day. Just a few minutes of what I call my 25-5, with a few extra little bits depending on how I'm feeling. So let's rub that in. And I probably will put on, there's a little bit left of this, but I have got, what I like to use this time of the year is my own little concoction. I've got a little bit left in, but I do find, and I don't know whether you do, mosquitoes just find me. And since I've been making up my concoction of, it's an oil with a couple of natural oils in it, like lavender and things to basically repel them, but also with the oil mixture in there, I find it's actually quite soft on my skin. I can leave that out for you too. My pleasure. And quite a few years ago now, I went to St. Lucia and got absolutely bitten to pieces, and now I just think mosquitoes think I'm mothership. But since I've been using both my concoction and I don't have the actual spray to hand here, but it's a spray called Mrs. White. Just a few little sprays of that seems to do the trick, as well as mosquito bracelets. And if I am actually on holiday and my grandson likes them as well, little mosquito stickers. They've got funny faces on, and yeah, they're quite handy just to pop on, or just pop on the back of your t-shirt or something. Put my glasses on that I desperately need to. They're so scratched. I need to go to the optician to get my eyes tested because I know they're out of date. Sort out my contact lenses because my lenses don't match my glasses. My glasses don't match my eyes. The joys of getting older. But time just seems to run away. Oh, it's going to be a glorious warm day out there today. Try and get out into the garden to do a little bit. So enough in here just to put a few squishes just on my arms while I'm here. Just to one side. Again, this gel, what I'll do, I'll pop it in the fridge because when it comes out it's nice and cool, and then you can just rub it around your neck, up and down your arms, and it will keep you cool. I'm glad I can help. Under my necklaces, like so, and then a little bit of this. I have actually, yes, I've got something I can show you. Pop a little bit of this on my lips, and this is just superb stuff. I mean, it's good for everything. Egyptian magic, the ancient Egyptian secret all-natural cream. It's good for your cuticles, good for your lips, good for your face, good for a face mask, good for your hair. If you have a rash or itching, I think it's like the equivalent of Elizabeth Arden's 8-hour cream. Equally good, both for Test Island items. And while I remember, I'm going to use also my tabs. Let's put a bit of this on first, just in case there's a little mosquito looming that's got its eye on me. No. Up goes the barrier. It smells so lovely. I should douse myself with this later, especially before I go out into the garden. But I have been taming back a little bit because we have had so much rain. So when there has been a bit of sun and then the rain, the hedge grows, the grass grows and the plants, but this time of the year I like to trim back some of the spring flowers that I've had and shake the top where the seeds are into a little bag, and then they get collected in the bottom, and then I'll take them over to the bar and restaurant and just sprinkle them around the edges so that next year that they're coming up, and if anybody wants a few as well, I give them to them because they're so pretty. They're little purple flowers that come up, and also some little yellow poppies. So they come up and then they kind of multiply. Then I harvest them, keep the seeds, and then sow them again. It's nice. Yes, my last thing I'm just going to put on here is this Margaret Dabs. Now, I den almost jinx anything, but this year, whether it's the collagen in supplements I've been taking, I'm still doing a lot of cleaning here and there, or one thing or another in the business and just life. So my nails shouldn't be growing, but they are. So I'm religiously, yeah, I'll leave it on the side for you, okay? putting on this cuticle cream that I just rub in, and I try to remember to do it morning and night. Give that a little rub in, push the cuticles back. It's just nice to stop for a moment and just do a little bit of self-care. There seem to be so many, not so many because compared to other people there really isn't, but losing my dad and running a business in this economic situation and where there's lots of worries around, but I have to keep reminding myself that worrying doesn't change anything, it doesn't make the problem go away. So it's kind of a complete wasted emotion. This is the hand cream, Pure Hands Repairing Hand Cream, Margaret Dabbs. I'm not sure if you can see my duck here. Is that a duck? Yeah. Geese or duck. It's very, very refined and elegant. It's wooden, but it just sits there with me, looking out of the window. Don't you? It's nice. And I also have a crystal, as you can see, a candle holder or candelabra. I don't really use it. There's like a tea light sitting in it. I think I had a power cut once, so I just popped that on there. But what I like is when the sun comes through the window, it reflects and creates lovely rainbow patterns over the ceiling and the walls. And I have another one downstairs with a couple, and I say to my grandson, oh look, all the fairies have come. Hopefully I'm not too sticky now to show you the bits that I wanted to show. Would you like a drink at all? A glass of water? Or I've got a little concoction here of apple cider vinegar with some warm water, which apparently if I have it morning and night will help detox or digestion or a little mug full of goodness to start and end the day. Well, I'm forgetting to have the one at the end of the day at the moment. But surprisingly, when you get used to it, it's actually not too bad. I had this come through. Lovely coffee table book of the national parks of the United Kingdom. Lovely thick book. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a video of the whole book, because as you know I love paper. So whether it be journals or stickers, the turning of pages. It's quite a heavy book, so I can't really show you too much here. I think it would be a lovely book just to share with you. Yes, well that's it. It'll just be relaxing, a nice calm one to relax with. I hope it does help you. I really do. celebration of the nation's most beautiful places. It says the United Kingdom is home to no fewer than 15 national parks. These astonishingly diverse locations range from the subarctic mountains of the Cairngorms in Scotland. I do apologise if you're from Scotland, I got that completely wrong. To the ancient woodlands and vineyards of England's South Downs, from the dramatic Pembrokeshire coast in Wales to the World Heritage Site of the Lake District, home to some of the most precious wildlife. The national parks of the UK were created to protect our cultural heritage and strengthen our connection with nature. This inspirational journey through the parks captures the spirit of the British landscape and contains almost 200 stunning photographs. So I'm going to enjoy just to gently flip through. Of course, we're not going to read it all, and it just reminds me of Beatrix Potter and her love for the countryside, and she was buying up the land around her cottage, and I just think the story of hers is just lovely, and the characters in the books and how they just come alive in her mind on the paper. And with the writing that I do, I'd love to do another children's book, but something like that. I mean, I'm in no way in the same league as her with her drawing or even her writing, but I do have a strangely quirky imagination where animals and the wildlife and statues in the garden talk. And in lockdown I did a nice little children's book, or really a book for all ages, and it was called the Lockdown Bears in the Bear House, and that was a play on the words rather than public house, because obviously my bar and restaurant had to be closed during that time, and the bears moved in, a daddy bear, a mummy bear and a baby bear, and throughout that period we'd captured some photos of them doing different things, and I didn't know really at the time what I was going to do with it, and I decided to make it into a nostalgic book. So the photos again I turned into sepia, because I like black and white and sepia, with the little story that went with it, with the bears in the bear house. But I'd like to do another book of what happened to the bears, and because of where I'm situated is right next door to the woods, I feel that might come into it with some characters. I'll pop that there, and let me just see, also another book I want to share with you, but this one I need to take my time and go through. Now again, you may or may not know that I was sadly a huge fan of Olivia Newton-John, and I was just so sad when she passed away. But before she did pass, she held an auction at Julian's Auction in the USA, and she was selling off to raise funds for the cancer research that she was heavily involved with. And in this book it's the listings from the auction, so it's property from the collection of Olivia Newton-John in Beverly Hills, and I've had this for a few years now, because it was 2019 this came out, and I haven't even opened it up properly yet. And I did at the time, I think, bid on a watch of hers. I didn't get it. And of course there was the iconic jacket from Greece and things, but again I'm going to do a video of this book, but I really want to take my time with this one and just enjoy it. I may have to do it in 2 parts, but oh my goodness, She's just beautiful inside and out. And while I mention that Julian site, let me just have a look. Are you okay there? I'm just going to have a look because I get other things through from that Julian's auction. And it's so interesting. And if you've got time at some point, it'd be nice to go through quite a few of them to see what gets sold and how much things go for and the nostalgia of all of it. I think I'll be doing a lot of gasps. Oh, wow, 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 wow. I mean, here, I'll just tap on this one here. A little while ago, there was the Princess Diana's Elegance and Royal Collection. Not sure if it's going to come up with any noise. Hopefully not. Let me just have a little look and just pictures and some letters and shoes, purple purse, dresses, lots of dresses. So I think what I'll do another time, I'm going to pull up some of these. I mean, some of these turbans and hats are estimated to go between $10,000 and $20,000. Let's just pull up another one just to tease us. What should we have? Should we have some John Lennon, Tony Bennett, Raquel Welch, music icons, Hollywood legends? Let's tap on that and see what comes up. Okay, so there has been, yeah, from Star Wars and E.T. Okay, let's just have a little glance. Oh my goodness, some of these. Oh, I'm going to do it. Wow, wow, wow. Let's jump to... There was a model made of the voyage to the bottom of the sea that they estimated it would go between 40 and 60,000. I'm so sorry, someone's just put on their lawnmower, so I hope it's not going to disturb you too much. But it sold for $222,000. Wow, wow, wow. Planet of the Ace. Surprisingly, there was an E.T. animatronic that was estimated between $20,000 and $30,000. In fact, only went for $22,000. I would have thought that would have been absolutely snapped up. The bike from E.T., Elliot's 1981 BMX bike made for production and used in promotional advertisement with magazine. It was estimated again $40,000 to $60,000, but went for $52,000. Again, I would have expected more. One that went for a bit more was the production, a Covenant prop from the Raiders of the Lost Ark. How big that is. And that was estimated between $50,000 and $70,000, but went for $104,000. So, if you like, we can get together maybe with a cup of tea and go through quite a few of these because they're very interesting. Oh, the Dark Knight, Marilyn Monroe, Citizen Kane. Oh, look at those, look at those, look at those. Wow. That'll be interesting. Oh, and technical drawings and bits. Some, again, surprisingly, don't go for what you'd think they would. I mean, gosh, if I'd known, I think I may have bid myself on a couple of those because that's just full of nostalgia. I just love nostalgia. I think I'm going to have to get get some more nostalgic things for us to share. Okay. Alright, well, I guess I better get on. I've got some work to do and some jobs to do and some gardening to do. But thank you so much for joining me. I always love it when you do join me. Alright.